So she accused Elon of rigging the 2024 election. That's kind of a big deal, right?
And then October rolls around.
Yeah.
And in October, Elon
Where does he find these women?
tells me that he is ready to release.
Look, I mean, like, I have the habit of also, like, I only date crazy girls because any girl that would date me would be crazy. And he probably, the thing is, it's probably the same thing. It's probably the same thing. So, I get it. And so now you've got, but like now, so now you're like a famous, well-known guy, and you're like the richest guy in the world or something. And so now it's like whenever you fuck up, now it's a big one.
In his words, anomaly in the Matrix.
An anomaly?
And I am like, oh, like, who's that? And he says that he has 10,000 lasers in space, referring to his satellites.
Yeah, cool.
I say, because I am, like, rather uncomfortable and I know the gravity of what he's trying to tell me right now, I say, wow, finally a focus on the Jewish vote. He keeps going and he says, you know, this is not a piece that they'll see on the chessboard.
The Jewish space lasers. You can't forget about the Jewish space lasers.
And I straight up tell him, I say, I would ask more, but I really don't want to be deposed. To which he says, very wise. Shortly after that, you know, he's involved with America PAC and all of this other stuff, and he's sending me some internal data from America PAC, real-time Delta vote metrics. And I am just like, how the fuck do you have this sort of data? You don't get this from door knocking, because that was one of my first jobs in politics was in campaigns and cleaning up this bad data from door knocking, because the vendors that America PAC is using at this point is a vendor that hires Craigslist crackheads for door knocking, and I wish I was exaggerating there, but I'm not.
I think that's probably true.
I know, like, I have caused harm with my rhetoric.
But
however, I never, like, sought out to cause harm.
I wasn't trying to cause problems. I just do it anyway.
There were parts of me that really wanted, like, the best for the country, for America, for democracy.
Right.
And one thing is I have always, always hated big tech.
Why would you date a guy that's like This is like somebody saying, I hate violence, and then being in a relationship with Genghis Khan. What the fuck are you talking about? Really? Like, I don't... What is this?
So, then to have...
I mean, he started PayPal before she was even fucking born, didn't he? What are we doing here?
Arguably the most powerful man in the world, who is sending me things about, you know, using his space technology in the election. I should also say that I have all of this backed up with many people with explicit instructions should anything happen to me.
I was gonna have her killed over this. Like, oh my... Jesus, dude. Oh my god. It's just...
Okay.
Right.
But this was something that I was internally wrestling with while publicly not really showing that I was having any of these internal ethical conflicts with myself regarding this information. And then on election night itself, Elon, you know, left Mar-a-Lago early. I was at Mar-a-Lago, and he told me over text, he's like, yeah, I knew hours ago that Trump won. My team has the best real-time data anywhere. First of all, how the fuck do you have real-time data on elections? How do you have real-time data?
How do you know he wasn't just trying to flex on you? How do you know he wasn't just saying this? Why do women do these videos while applying makeup? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone does this at point. Yeah, and also, by the way, it was so obvious Trump was going to win. Like, I knew before Election Day that Trump won. I said it the entire time. It's obvious that he was going to win. Anybody that thought that he wasn't going to win is out of their fucking mind. Duh, he was going to wipe the fucking floor with them. What do you mean? She gets wait, so Elon has to pay her $40,000 a month to do this shit? Oh my god. Because they're both made up?
I could not understand that. I don't know that I ever will. I saw some shit, guys. Like, I saw some shit, and I'm fighting really hard to keep my voice because I saw shit that impacts everyone. And if
I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe this at all. I'm sorry, but like, what are you doing? So you're really so this is, let me put this into perspective, okay? You think that the richest man in the world rigged the election for the strongest and biggest country in the world, and you thought that you'd let everybody know about this from your gaming chair in your house while you're putting on makeup on, like, what, a TikTok video? Like, oh yeah, by the way, you know what? Did I tell you guys about how my boyfriend rigged the election for the United States president? Okay, so, alright, this is what happened. Like, what are we talking about here? This is crazy.
I was self-interested, I have been offered the self-interested deal to shut up and not talk about anything, but what I can tell you is I've not been offered certain deals just because I know that he's weird, okay? I saw some shit.
Wow. Yeah, for sure. Now say I rigged the election using lasers, satellites, and space technology. Cool. This is who Elon picked to contribute our genetic source code for project. Listen, you've gotta... Isn't he hooked up with like 10 different women? Like, it's just not really that big of a deal. I mean, there's plenty of these guys. Listen, if you go back in time, there's tons of guys that have like 70 kids with like 30 different women. It's just what they do. So it's not that big of a deal. Crazy ex trying to capitalize on being his ex. I know. There is that genre of content of, you know, women who constantly try to make content out of making their ex-boyfriend that's well known look like an idiot. It's super common. Do you think Candace Owens and her meet up in their dreams? Yeah, with Charlie Kirk too. You know this girl is toxic. Yeah. And is she saying true? Well, I mean, obviously Grok is not going to tell you that, right? Starlink uses satellite lasers. So basically, if you ever have sex with a crazy woman, tell her some insane stuff like space lasers to rig the election. She'll run with it. And then when she tries to get your wallet, this discrediting is her entire attempt. Yeah, what does Elon mean by release anomaly? I mean, I think obviously this is what Elon meant, right? And so it's like, you know, inside of the Matrix lore, there's the concept of the one. And so like the anomaly is the one in the Matrix, and it was a line of code that the Matrix wasn't able to get out of it because it was an engineered problem in order to add in there's like a lot of complexities because like the first Matrix failed and then they had to do another one. There's a whole lot to this, okay? There's a lot to it. And so Elon probably knows this. He probably knows this because every guy that cares about stupid science fantasy bullshit knows this. Every guy how many of you guys know this? So anyway, repair back up. So the idea, it's Trump. It's Trump. This is the anomaly, right? That's clearly what's being discussed. Him and Trump is the anomaly. And so, yeah, oh, come on, spoiler alert, yes. And so, millions and millions of dollars was the anomaly. Well, yeah, and it helps, right? It definitely helps. Saw The Matrix in theaters? So did I. Many, many years ago. And they're for the internet, not elections. Oh, my God. And then she's just going out there yapping her fucking brains out. Oh, my God. Why would Elon tell her this? Yeah, and also, like, here's another one. Do you think Elon is going and he's saying, yes, I have just rigged the presidential election. Send. I did it with my lasers. Send. Would you like to know more? Like, really? Like, what are we doing? What is going on here? Like, it's just fucking retarded. And he would actually, I don't think so. I feel like he'd probably say, like, I don't think he'd even say it in real life because you never know when you're being recorded, right? So, like, it's just, it's so delusional and brain dead, it's shocking. And, but, you know, that's just what happens.